back into my life, and it's worth it. We won't make no mistakes, overcame storms and earthquakes. No bad gifts and also takes, and we must look it. Our brightest day is yet to come. Our brightest day is yet to come. Revolution is an act of love. That's how I feel. Revolution is an act of life. Let's make a deal. Revolutionize this love. Revolutionize this love. Our brightest day is yet to come. Our brightest day is yet to come. So shine with me. We can show that we have learned that inside this love that burns, that without it our heart yearns, feeling worth it.
Yeah, come on in on this great, bright, sunny day, family. Come on in, come on in. Come get some of the sunshine.
Our brightest day is yet to come. 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 Revolutionize this love. Revolutionize
Y'all can find that on my playlist. Hold on a second, DOD. I sent it to you in text message, but I'll share it here. Whew. There you go. Today's discussion is going to be a mix of things because I like to, I have to be productive. And different facets of our lives. And right now, we're in a critical place. We're in a critical place, family. And so anytime I have one discussion, the major thing that's happening right now with us, everything is connected. I still have to talk about it, and we still have to bring it up. So me and DOD, yesterday, we were supposed to talk about the things we're going to need in this war. Because guess what, family? We are at war. This is our war right now. Can you hear DOD? Let me hear it.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Sounds good. No echo, nothing.
Good.
So before we get into this dispelling dying alone and how you can be just as happy as a married couple, because there's no one, it's not written anywhere that says you have to be married and you have to have children. I think a lot of this is because of sex. Majority is just sex, the feel-good sex. And sex is an issue because, like me, I told you all about how I was touched as a child. And when children are introduced to sex, it's usually in a negative way. So you don't learn positive ways of dealing with your body and sex and controlling it and handling it because you had someone go behind your parents' back and abuse you, and that causes an issue. Where a healthy person who has never experienced sex at an early age wouldn't have a problem as an adult dealing with their sexuality. That's that's never had it. There's never had anybody take advantage of them sexually. That's female or male. They can grow up and have a healthy, productive life. And they don't have to feel like they have to be married or they have to have children because it's not necessary for them. And then some that are healthy like that, they may want to have children. They may want to get married. It all depends on that individual's experience in life and how it started out for them in life. Because like my mom told me, no one wrote anything down that says you have to be married and have children as a woman. But make sure that you're not out here doing anything sexually perverse, because usually that's what your mate is for. Your mate is to satisfy. And what I mean by that is like you're not sleeping around with people. You're not out here putting yourself at risk because there is diseases, there's sicknesses. Being dedicated, being married is being united with one person. And when you're not united with that one person, you're united basically with yourself. And that's a choice that we have in life. But some of us don't have that choice because some of us have been sexually perverse. I hope that makes sense. Go ahead and chime in for a second, DLD. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you don't have to, a man or a woman, you don't have to go through life doing the same thing everyone else, doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get married. You don't have to have children.
Right.
So yeah, I agree.
Because, yeah, it's your choice. But a lot of times people don't think they have a choice. Or they feel like they don't have a choice because they do it out of some sort of emotional issue. Either you want children that you can live through, you want a wife that can save you, or you want a husband that can save you. But all those things you need to do for yourself. You need to work on the inner child. You need to save yourself, man or woman. You need to get through whatever issues you got going on and not allow the world, because you see majority of the people are married, you see, in the world. But that's changing. As we can see, it's changing, unfortunately. But people feel pressure that they have to be married, and they end up in a situation that's not healthy for them. They end up unhappy. And that's, or they feeling like they're a failure if the marriage don't work. You kind of got to evaluate yourself, self-reflect, and see if your reasoning behind wanting to be with someone is healthy. Everybody, we all need somebody, though. That's the truth. But we want to make sure it's for the right reasons. And then those who choose not to get married or have children, there is nothing wrong with that. I don't think people should go around saying dying alone, because necessarily that's not dying alone. You have friends, you have family, you have yourself, most of all. That, is numero uno. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
I agree.
And, instead of arguing and fussing with someone else and dealing with the headache of having children, because sometimes you think you want to, a lot of people can see what other people go through, because in the future, your children don't stay little forever. They eventually grow up to be teenagers, and teenage years are the rough times. Are you willing to deal with that? Or do you feel like you don't want to deal with the toddler times? You don't want to deal with those milestones? Not everything is peachy cream being married and having children. And no one should have to force themselves out here to be happy trying to find a man, trying to find a woman. No, that's not necessary. No one wrote in stone that we shall all be married or be damned. No, that's no such thing as that.
Who was on your screen?
We're at.
On your screen. Who is that?
Oh, that's my eye. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I put my eye for balance, because how can I want this to be, I want my statement I'm about ready to say to be ringing loud and clear around the world. I don't think it can, but I'm going to state it anyway. How can America America used democracy, right? How can a country that is built off the backs of inequality, that's built off the backs of our ancestors, bring anything to the countries outside of it, like democracy? They can't. They cannot give you democracy. They cannot give you democracy at all because they do not have what they try to go around this great world giving. They don't have it. So you're always going to get sleazy, backstabbing, underhanded, control freaks, narcissists, beasts, who says, I sanction you, I sanction you, I sanction you. But upholding whiteness, upholding paleness, family. You want to wash your divinity off of you through interrelations. They want us to think that we're equal so they can con you through your emotions constantly. They just had a march on the bridge, right? Selma, all illusions. Know the truth. Know the underhanded things they did to get to that point. The same underhand things they do. And it ends up tangling them up because it takes two to tangle. And then when their puppet decides what they planned all along, because everybody has an agenda to what they plan to do. So America finds somebody to be a puppet, right? But they don't know that puppet has an agenda all along. That's not to be your puppet. But that's to rise up above you. So we have so much underhanded stuff going on that we have to keep our eye out and be slick at this table, because we're playing the game, right? So basically, they made wrong moves. Now they're trying to cheat, right? So all along we've been talking the talk. Now pretty soon we're going to have to walk the walk. And that's good, because we come to this point where in the midst of chaos, we must change. We must change. Because you cannot give to other countries what you ain't got. It starts at home. You ain't got it, you can't give it. It'll be something demented all the time. And that's what they've done in America here. Trying to sanction this person, sanction that person. Who says, who are you? Your dollar, your paper, your dollar is only worth the tree that it came from. And trees mean a lot. Trees are important. But Trees are alive. Trees are energy. But that's all it is. That resource, that tree. So value, real value comes from resources. That tree alone is only a resource for paper. Paper alone means nothing. Paper alone means nothing. So we over here in America that's been facing inequality, facing having our backs crushed, our necks broken, our heads banging, the stress, the heartache of our people every day dying in the streets because of something that paleness cannot uphold. Paleness cannot behold. They do not have it to give to anyone. They have nothing to give to anyone but death. Death is all we see around the world constantly. So what we're going to do? We have lots of things to do. Come out of her. Come out from this. But too many of our people, even if it's like a small number, it's still too many who err on the side of their emotions, who feel like they want to worship something that doesn't even look like them. It's programming. And it's lies. It's lies. And it's deep. It's deep. And if we're going to win this, which I know we can win this, because this is a time of the falling and the time of our rising. If you wish to rise as a people, if only we wish to rise as a people. The end. You got anything to say, DOD? DOD? DOD?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Did you say? Oh, you got. I still think you got your video on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's echoing. Okay.
Am I echoing?
He sleeps. Trio DS said you sleep. You fall asleep on me?
No, I'm not asleep.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I finished my little speech
Yeah, I have nothing to
of
say.
time and war. But what I feel like the most important things we need right now, we need our medical, our Negroid, our Black medical. We need to grow up. We need to be having our food, our own way of getting food already.
I agree.
We need our warriors. We don't need our warriors to go to war for the America. We need and we need cohesiveness. We need to come together. Eventually we're gonna have to stop, talking about it and start meeting up and start making moves, because things are changing fast. Yeah, we got to practice instead of preach. Yeah, it's getting that time. We should have been doing that. It's good not to do it early. You're right. Um, it's good to plan. And it's, you know, um, but the most important thing I've realized is our medical, and not just people who practice traditional medical, because we don't need necessarily those things. Those things can come in handy, but really what we need as a people is we need like the Dr. Sabies, people who are studying alternative medicine besides just the regular over-the-counter medicines, alternate ways that can save lives, because we have been poisoned, believe it or not. We're not eating the foods that we need that are really doing anything for our bodies. This is one of the things that Russia, I really rooted hard for Africa not to take on these seeds, not to allow their people to be shot, get these medications anymore. But Russia and some other, China, did not take any of the vacation from America. Everybody tried to do alternate things. Even the last president we had tried to get us to do alternate things. But we know what they did underhanded with Trump. They did a lot of smear campaigns and making it fear. They put fear in our people. You can't listen to them, because that's control. You got to take back your powers. And you know. And I try to get us to guide y'all to becoming in the know, and not in the belief system, but in the knowing system of knowing and feeling and sensing, because that's what your feelings and emotions should be used for, the empowerment of yourself. Don't ever let, one thing I learned here in America is the sob stories will get you down, and they will drag you down with their sob stories and drag you down to be with them. We don't need our emotions to be controlled. We control our emotions. We use them to our power. We use them to get things done for us, for ourselves. And it is very critical not to be bamboozled or controlled, because that's how they influence, that's how they take your power, and it empowers them. And we can no longer do this. With some Selma's bridge was a distraction for our people. That was a distraction to get our people to look and think about the past. The past is gone. We're supposed to be working towards rising. We don't need nobody, like Africa does not need nobody to decide for them or control them. Right now, if Africa wanted to, they can kick out all the NATO forces, and they can kick out all the forces from Africa and tell them, no, it's done deal, nothing, because nothing is worth anything anymore. Those things that they put over their head ain't worth anything. Zero. It's as good as the tree that it comes from. So the contract is non and void. You owe nobody nothing. Mother Africa owes nothing. Nothing. So it's good that they keep silent in this time on what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. It's good that they're like mouth closed tight. because they need to be about their business right now. Like we need to be about our business right now. We need to seriously be about our business right now. As ADOS, as Native Americans, as FBAs, as whatever you want to be, as African, as whatever we are, we need to be about our business. Just similar to what Africa needs to be serious about right now. Hey, that guy from Texas. We need to make moves now, just like Africa needs to make moves now. Start rearranging things, turn the trajectory around. Because America's asking Venezuela for oil. Venezuela needs to tell America to kick rocks, because even though we're going to suffer over here, there's sacrifices we got to start making, because we need our revolution. We need our revolution. We need our change. Only through chaos can we have our change. And that's letting them kill their own system. It's letting them kill their own system. And what is the lesson that we need to see from this? The lesson we need to see from this is that when you don't have peace in your heart to give to the world, when all you have is chaos in you, when all you have is lies, underhandedness, greed, in this case, because they were dealing with Ukraine, but plotting against Russia and dealing with Russia in a peaceful manner, but plotting with Ukraine against Russia and all the other places. So the innocent doesn't know such things. So we are not involved in it. It has nothing to do with us, really. It has to do with two powers learned the lesson. Two powers dealing with lessons here. That you should not claim Allah to be doing something good when you're doing something bad. Because the roosters are going to come home to do what?
To roost.
Yes. And that's exactly what they have done. So it shows us what we need to do, right?
So let me ask you, how much time do you think we got left before it hits the fan?
I think before we know it, because they already closed their borders, they closed everything down from the oil supply from Russia. I see our gas is already high.
Yes.
Here. So we'll see in the next 2 weeks how fast things happen. Okay.
So you're predicting the next couple of weeks, huh?
Yeah, things are gonna get tough. Even probably next week, my gas probably be up to $7. I've seen it. I've seen right now it's $4.35. It's rising every day. So yeah. What do you think? What do you think? What are you seeing?
Yeah, gas prices have risen here in Vegas a lot too. I mean, a lot. I
What is
thought I
it?
would never see. Right now, it's like $4 a gallon,
Yeah.
and I thought I would never see that.
I
Not
know,
just
right?
eat quickly. Yeah,
I know, right? And
yeah.
then, there's people that don't understand we've always suffered. So this is nothing for us. I mean, we'll go without. It's not like it's the first time we've had to go without, I'm sure, a
Oh yeah,
lot of
we
people,
survive. That's for sure.
yeah, we know how to survive. So, kudos to those who made us suffer because it made us survivors, you know. So you trained us to be survivors. We made it through a lot of different things. Yep.
And the thing is it's always those people at war, and we're the ones caught in the middle. The rest of us.
Yeah, we're always caught in the middle. But I really want our people, our resources that we have and people to consider coming home to the people that really need you the most, that really love you and appreciate them the most. It's our doctors, our police, our military, all of them, you know. We should have long time ago had a grocery store owned by Black men. We should have had that a long time ago.
But we do.
We
Google,
do.
Google it. We have many black-owned business,
I mean,
black-owned
grocery store.
stores. Yeah, grocery stores. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we got that. That's why I want this discussion. I want you to open up and talk about some needs that we may have. I
Well,
talk.
we have everything we need.
Yeah.
It just depends on where you're at
Mm-hmm.
in comparison to where these establishments are at.
Right.
I think the one that I'm thinking about is in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm in Vegas, and that's not gonna do me any good
No
unless
shipping,
I
I
get
guess.
to unless I get to Atlanta.
Yeah, we have probably gonna have to move around. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, some things to consider.
But yeah, we have grocery stores, we have banks, we
Mm-hmm.
have. The only thing I think we really need more than anything would be medical facilities.
Yes, we need medical. That's why I said number uno is medical. But I said I am pounded upon a specific medical because our people are dying in this current medical system. So we need people with knowledge above the knowledge they've been given. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
As far as medical is concerned, because the African lady came out and she said this COVID shot is not necessary. She said that there's a medical medicine that she was giving to her patients, and it was working well. And then she was speaking out, and when Trump was in office, and Trump even said this medicine is better. And then they said, oh no, only animals, horses take that. Since when did they care about horses and animals taking something that they did not give to humans? Since when did they care about medications harming us when medication's been on television? They say, well, death is one side effect. On TV, they tell you death is one side effect. So, of the many drugs that they put out here, all of a sudden, when they want to push their agenda for getting the vacation, instead of the alternate medicine that was working, they want to say, oh, no, don't take that. It's a horse medication.
Wait a minute. Did you say that death was a side
Side
effect?
effect. Yes. No, I'm saying, you be seeing those commercials and they'll talk about people, they be having people playing golf and being happy that they're on this medication and everything. And then all of a sudden the man will say, uh, death is one side effect.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah. On those commercials for those medications, they'll say death is a side effect. They'll slip it in there toward the end though.
Yeah, because I've never heard that. This is the first me hearing about that.
Oh
That's
yeah, watch those medication commercials. They'll talk about you can lose your hair, you can do this. They'll say it real fast at the end
death is a side
because they
effect.
got to let you know.
So let me ask you this: what do you think? How you think Trump would have handled this Russian incident if he was still
It would
alive?
have never happened. That's why it would never happen because Trump was going to pull us out of NATO. We wouldn't have been hard pressed. Trump isn't dealing with Ukraine. Biden's son is dealing with Ukraine. Biden is dealing with Ukraine. The thing about Trump, we could have dealt with him and them. He would have left Africa alone. Africa would have had to fend for themselves. We would have been at peace with everybody. But what happened was this Russia would have been left alone because Trump was about America. And you would have had a whole lot more money in your pockets too right now. Because he was trying to do what many presidents tried to do and got shot in the head for. That's why they want him in jail.
Well,
He was trying to put Nancy Pelosi and them in this place where they need to be. Because they're taking advantage of us. Go ahead, DOD.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying that we would have been better off because he's trying to get our the American people's money. He wouldn't have been sending our money all the way, every place. You see, Trump wasn't a puppet. Trump was actually going rogue on the puppeteer, but the puppeteer, right? The one that was pulling the strings. He went rogue. You know, you got to realize some of these people will go rogue. You know, and he was going to take them down. I think that would have been a good opportunity for us. It still is a good opportunity for us, regardless of what they do.
So you think Trump get a
Because
reelection?
knowledge is power over everything, huh?
Do you think Trump would be reelected?
Oh yeah, I've said that a long time ago. I told the white people in my video, I said, y'all might have gotten rid of him now, but guess what? He's gonna be your last president. He's gonna be the last president of this United States of America as we know it. Time is gonna change. Things are gonna change. Chaos is coming. Chaos is here. Chaos is change.
Why wouldn't Biden be the last president if
chaos? No.
Trump, you said Trump wouldn't allow the chaos. He would have handled Russia. So if he gets reelected, then he wouldn't be the last president if he does as you say he would do.
You said what?
I said you said Trump would be the last president of these United States as we know.
Because it's another thing that has to happen.
Well, what's another thing? What do you mean? Because with the chaos and everything that's going on right now, I would think Biden would be the last president.
No, it's not going to be over. This is our opportunity. We need to take our opportunity. We need to take our opportunity to strengthen ourselves, to own businesses, to have this and that, to make sure that we're independent over here in America, not dependent upon the dollar. We need to do that. Just like I'm hoping that Africa is taking care of their business, uniting as one, and turning the tides of the useless paper, green paper, and the useless white man that looks like that they call Jesus. Throw all that aside because your worthiness, your value is already there with you. It's within them. It's right there. What they live is so much resources. over, this dollar has nothing to back it.
With the white man gone and the green paper, what are these divestors going to do?
What are they supposed to do? What's supposed to happen to karma? They call it karma, right?
I like that.
I say she's a bitch. Because I say that she doesn't like people calling her name. She's a bitch. Because, she doesn't like people using her like that, karma. But it's the truth. What comes around goes around. If you're not connected, then you disconnect yourself, then that's what happens. That's what you do. What do you expect?
It'll be hell on earth for them. They wouldn't know
Because they believe the falsehood. That's what I've been talking about all this time. It's not all grand. I be seeing this black women, and I seen this one video, DOD. Her husband gave her a new vehicle, brand new vehicle on the video. And it's a white man. They want all this material stuff, but it's all a illusion of grandeur, just an illusion, and it's obvious and it's there right in your face every day. That's what conquered us. That's how Rome conquered. That's how Rome was conquered. That's how Greece was conquered. That's how they conquered us, because we were the originals. We had peace. And I went and I actually got some books that came in the mail yesterday. Let me see if I have it with me. Yeah. And sorry about that. I got a book that's quite interesting. I'm probably going to start reading this book. This book is Mansa Musa, A Captivating Guide to the Emperor of the Islamic Mali Empire in the West Africa and how he developed Timbuktu into a major center for trade. See, those things are important. And I'm going to start reading that probably Sunday. I'm going to continue reading Intuitionist, because we need both. We need the imperialist way of doing things, and we need our intuition. That means we have to deal with the surface stuff, hands-on, with our intuition, and as well, with our intuition as well, because we're dealing hands-on and then intuition as well. And like I said, also metaphysical. I'm going to be going over the Bible, but we're going to see it from the metaphysical, so you all can have more of a clarity on the truth, on what we should, on direction. Spiritually, we need to be going in. And then Mansa Musa's story is going to be the physical, the actual, what we need. And we pretty much naturally, everything should come into form, I think. Loving thyself with all our hearts as a people, building, coming together. You got anything to say?
Nope. I think I pretty much covered it.
Yeah, just, we just need to realize that we are both physical and spiritual beings. That's what our balance. MOD stands for balance. See, I opened up earlier talking about how America does not have it to give they don't have balance. They don't have my aunt. You know,
They
it
couldn't.
just doesn't work for them. Huh?
They couldn't even begin to understand balance.
No, they can't. They can't. Mm-mm. So, do you have any last words?
Oh, just again another great live stream. Thanks
Thank
again
you,
for
G.
inviting me. Cindy, when you called her, I was asleep. I heard the phone ring, but I couldn't get to it in time.
That's
So,
okay.
so I jumped in on YouTube. I said, well, maybe she went live, so let me go see right quick. You
Mm-hmm.
weren't live at the time, so I was able to do a couple of things, and then I seen you pop up live, so I came over.
Yeah,
Thanks for the link.
yeah. All right. So with that said, thank you, that guy from Texas and Trio Dios
Yeah, right on, guys. Thanks for coming.
God. Thank you. So with that
You're
said, true love, real peace, and the higher self within the soul.